Hey look everyone, it's another shmup on Turbografx-16. Who would have guessed? Oh, hello. So today we've got Ordyne, released in 1989 for Turbografx-16 and a port of the 1988 Namco arcade game of the same name that only saw release in Japan. So this Turbografx home port was the first time this game got exposed on this continent. It was later included in Volume 4 of the Namco Museum compilations on PS1, and even saw a re-release on the Wii Virtual Console in 2007, which is what I'm playing here. And oh yeah, it also got the hamster treatment, because of course it did. So Ordyne is a horizontal scrolling shooter, because again, of course it is, where you control a plane piloted by this person, and must blast through 7 rounds of comical shooting action, or whatever Namco usually calls this. This game also supports 2-player simultaneous play, where player 2 controls a plane piloted by this person. You have 2 weapons at your disposal, a straight-firing blaster and a bomb attack of sorts that arcs downward, similar to Gradius' missiles. Some enemies will drop crystals that can be collected and used as currency for one of 2 special places that float around throughout the game. One special place is a shop, or an inn as the game calls it, not sure why, where you can purchase one, and only one, of 3 power-ups that could include a variety of items, including speed boosts, new weapons which only last for a short while, or even a Pac-Man themed shield thing. Once you buy something, you're booted from the shop even if you have money to buy more stuff, because I guess they don't want your business here, and that's a bit of a shame. The other special place lets you play a lottery. Pay the wager, press the button, and you either get a bonus or you don't. If you win a prize, you could choose to use it now or save it for your next life, which can be useful in giving yourself an edge should you die at some point. And as you progress further into the game, prices will go higher for the same items that you've bought before, so collecting crystals become even more imperative. Though not really, since these power-ups only last for so long and usually expire by the time you really need them, provided you don't die first, at which point you lose the power-up anyway, so... Ordyne is described as one of those cute-em-up things, where you have cute things that shoot each other until they eventually die. So naturally, you have a cute-looking game where you shoot cute little things before they eventually shoot you, and try not to crash into the scenery because that will also kill you. Ordyne's not what I would call an overwhelmingly difficult game. Sure, it's got some trouble spots and some gotcha moments that'll trip up first-timers, but it's nothing that eventual repetition and memorization won't resolve. Eventually. The shop and lottery are neat ideas to mix things up, though only being able to buy one item at most is somewhat lame, even if later shops offer combo deals, like a weapon and a speed boost and whatever. And even then, the fact that you only have a finite amount of time before your power-up eventually expires, provided you don't die first, means most of the game has you stuck with your default weapons anyway, so really, is the risk really worth the reward? Or lack thereof? Other than that though, it's a perfectly fine shooter, controls well enough, you die, you respawn where you left off, 5 continue credits is all you're afforded, and obviously the 2-player co-op is where Ordyne can be somewhat entertaining, but if you're going solo, that works out just as well too. And there's even a code that lets you play as another character who does the exact same thing, but you get a different ending instead, so that's something, I suppose. Kinda, sort of. Ordyne is a visually pleasing enough game. You have some colorful, cutesy caricatures on screen that vary in shapes and sizes. Almost all of them are very charming and adorable, and only a small percentage of these caricatures die in comical fashion. The rest just blow up. Scenery looks okay. Action holds up rather well with no slowdown or anything. However, Ordyne does suffer from limited vertical scrolling syndrome, where they somehow couldn't get the entire vertical height of these rounds to fit the PC engine resolution, so you only have partial visibility over the playfield, and the other part that you can't see still has stuff going on, which means things off-screen can still shoot and kill you. Lame. Also, I've not played the arcade original, but I do know that certain parts of the game had segments of level that would rotate and spin around. These set pieces that would like sort of spin around, and those segments have been replaced with these weird moving circle things that move in a pattern to sort of replicate that, so that's a thing, I suppose. I don't know. Looks kind of weird. As far as sound goes, it's okay. You've got some cutesy melodies playing in the background and they sound fine, I guess. I'd imagine the arcade tracks would sound better. Still, nothing that really grabs me, but nothing I would call overly offensive or anything. Sound effects are a bit on the weak side, somewhat tinny sounding, somewhat not great. I've heard worse though. Overall, Ordyne is a perfectly acceptable cute-em-up on Turbografx, plays well enough, has more than enough charm with its cartoony visuals, and a two-player co-op and hidden player gives this one a bit of legs, but then the limited power-ups and limited vertical view chops those legs right off again. Still, it's a perfectly fine game for what it is, does something different from the usual spaceship shooting fare on the system, and that's pretty much it really. Not much else to say there. My ears, they bleed. No, seriously, that's painful. That round 6 music, terrible. Fucking horrible. Why?